Boom! The all-new Yeti SB165 has arrived. This is the biggest, burliest bike in Yeti's lineup, and they've just overhauled it. Completely new frame from the ground up. Scotty, as you can tell, the silhouette of this thing is pretty similar to the previous model, but it's a completely different beast. We actually got our hands on this thing about a month ago. We've been testing on the slide before its official release. Scotty's been riding it. We're going to dive into how it handles, a bit of a first impressions. But before we get to that, Scotty, hit us with the headline numbers and some of the things that are different about the all-new model versus the previous.
As you just touched on, mate, very similar silhouette to the previous 165. However, there's been a ton of refinements with this frame. Full carbon frame. The main difference is this is a mullet, whereas the previous 165 was a 27.5 front back with a 180 fork. So this runs a 170 fork up the front with a 29-inch wheel. Still runs the Switch Infinity linkage system, as all you Yeti fans have come to love at home. Coil shock in the back, and comes in a ton of different build options. Mate,
how good. The other thing that's really crazy about this bike, so this is full lifetime warranty on these frames, carbon, like we mentioned. You can even put a triple clamp fork on this thing. People have been racing these things downhill, we've seen quite a lot of years now. Big burly bike, but one of the things that's crazy is it's super light, hey? Like really light. Switch Infinity rear, tell us a bit about how that performs, but also how good it pedals, because that's one thing that a lot of people rave about, is that Switch Infinity and how it kind of enhances the pedal characteristic,
100%, like, so the stable platform, I mean, there's a number of different, you know, idiosyncrasies, so to speak, about this bike or whatnot, about how it performs, but it is light. With that said, when I first got it, I'm like, wow, this is light. I don't know how this thing's going to handle on some of that faster gnar, so to speak, because, you know, a little bit of a heavier bike tends to hold the ground a little bit better.
More planted.
But this thing's very balanced. It pedals unreal for a big bike. And that Switch Infinity rear linkage system, it's very supple, very good under braking, and as I said before, good under pedaling. So for a big bike, it's got all bases covered.
Mate, 165 mil of travel, as we said, it's the longest travel bike in Yeti's current lineup. How does it descend? How does it attack those downhills? Because obviously we know, like, you see the factory riders like Richie Rude and the Aussie boys absolutely shredding on those big courses. How have you found it?
Yeah, well, the cool part about this is it's no slug. It's very nimble, very light, pedals really well, holds momentum really well. But when you hit the rough stuff, it definitely tracks the ground really well, inspires very, very confident riding from what, you know, I've ridden so far. But really, really fun. Like, corners very, very well, especially with the little wheel and the extra traction up front with the bigger wheel. So corners amazing, very poppy, very light, very good all over the jibs and big jumps and whatnot as well, but still tracks the ground unreal.
And it's got that mullet wheel setup, which is obviously super on point right now. It's one thing that a lot of people are like, I'm gonna wait to get that bike until it goes to a mullet. So yeah, ticking all those boxes.
Plus, how good does it look?
I mean, it's a Yeti, so it's obviously always gonna look.
But you guys at home, like, honestly, it's hard to tell from your camera at home, but the detail that's gone into this bike, like how nice this bike looks in the
finish,
it's pretty mind-blowing, hey?
It's ridiculous. We're going to be holding on to the bike for a little bit longer, and we're going to be coming at you with a full in-depth review. That was really just a teaser, because obviously today the bike goes live. We're excited to finally be able to talk about it. We've had this thing at the office and it's been buzzing for, as I said, a little while now. So excited, this thing's finally, the cat's been let out of the bag. And we'll be going to come at you with a big in-depth review on this thing very shortly. Stay tuned to our channel.